Hello and welcome to Uplyft Wellness. My name is Izzy and this is Peggy Jean here in my lap. Today's new moon yoga practice will be restorative in nature, and so there's a few props that you'll want to assist you in today's practice. We're gonna be using a chair. You may want a towel to rest on the seat of the chair to make it a little bit more soft. And then you're gonna need something to support the hips. Now that could be the towel itself, that could be a pair of yoga blocks, or in my case, I have a half foam roller. So once you've gathered all your props, go ahead and roll out your mat, hit play on your favorite music, and let's begin. All right, sweet bear, up and at 'em. Whoosh. We're going to begin on our backs. Once you've made it to your back, go ahead and bend your knees, bringing your feet to the floor, coming to half corpse pose. And then let let your hands come to your belly. Allow the eyes to close. And just bring awareness to your breath. Following the inhale and the exhale. Noticing if the breath is moving through the nose or through the mouth. And just notice what kind of energy you're bringing to today's practice. Notice how your energy mirrors your breath mirrors your energy. Notice any tension within your body and see if you can soften and let it go. Allow your mat to support your body and all of its space and weight. And then draw your attention back to your breath. And we're going to focus on longer exhales now. Seeing if you can make your exhale a little bit or a bit longer than your inhale. Notice how this gentle change to the breath changes the energy of the body, the tension in the body. Notice how the longer exhales invite a sense of melting and relaxing. Notice how these long exhales invite surrender into the space. And when you're ready, we're going to begin to add some gentle movement. Your hands could stay on your belly, or you could move them somewhere out beside your body. And we're just going to slowly drop the knees from left to right, taking a gentle spinal twist. And see if you can match your breath to the movement. Inhaling to move the legs through center and over to one side. Exhaling to return to start. Inhale, moving through center and over to one side. Exhale, returning to the starting position. Just slowly breathing and shifting the knees from side to side. Notice how this feels in the muscles around your spine. Notice how the pressures shift and change in your hips and lower back. Feel the control within the surrender. Now, the next time your knees are over on the right side, go ahead and pause here. Focusing back on the breath. Making sure the exhales are long and supple. Then slowly draw the knees through center and over to the left. Pausing here. And then come back through center and pull the knees into the chest. Use your hands to hold on your knees, and we're going to begin to circle the knees in opposite directions. So you're going to start by pulling the knees closer into the chest, then slowly send them out to the side, making a C as you bring them forward, not letting go, but the arms extending. Then draw the knees back together and pull the knees into the chest. You're just going to slowly make these little C or crescent moon shapes. Just warming up the hips, the internal and external rotators. Again, maybe you link breath, so as you inhale, you draw the knees in, out, and around. And then exhale, completing another circle. 2 more like this. And then we're going to switch the direction, pulling the knees out to the side, in and around. All the time, keeping hands in contact with the knees. Only opening the knees as far and wide as your elbows extend. Take 2 more like this. And then when you're ready, bring your feet back to the mat, and you're going to slowly roll over onto your belly. Once you get to your belly, you can start with the forehead down on stacked hands. Legs as wide as your hips, or maybe as wide as your mat. Feel your breath pushing the belly and chest into the mat beneath you. And when you're ready, we'll come into Sphinx pose, bringing elbows underneath shoulders. And you're gonna pull the arms back as you send the chest forward. And then from here, I'm gonna have you begin to circle the head and neck around to the right. And we'll take 3 neck circles in each direction. When you've completed 3 circles to the right, go ahead and circle 3 times to the left. And after your 3rd circle to the left, go ahead and lower your head back onto stacked hands. Take a full breath in here and a full breath out. And then you're going to draw your right knee out to the side and up towards the armpit, coming into half frog. The knee is bent. The foot is flexed. And we're just going to sit here and breathe for a few moments. And then we're going to switch sides. So go ahead and bring the right leg back to meet the left. And we'll take the left knee out to the side and up towards the armpit for half frog. Just creating a gentle opening within the hips. And then go ahead and pull the left leg back to meet the right. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. And you're going to press yourself up onto all fours. And send your hips back towards your heels for child's pose with the arms extended to the top edge of the mat. When you're ready, walk your hands over to the right side, letting the hands fall off the mat and onto the floor. And then walk your hands through center and then off the left side of the mat and onto the floor. Come back through center. And then bring yourself onto all fours and come to a seat facing the chair. This is where we're gonna need our prop for the hips. You could again use blocks or a towel, and I'm gonna use a half foam roller because I like the little rocking motion that it gives. So you're gonna sit a comfortable distance away from your chair with your hips on your prop. And we're gonna come into a wide-legged seat. And then our towel or blanket is resting on the seat of the chair. And we're just gonna wrap or fold the arms and then kind of bow forward, bringing the forehead down. And you may need to adjust, again, the distance away from the chair, making sure you're as comfortable as possible, because we're gonna sit in this pose for a few minutes. And when you get to your space, just return your attention to the breath, really focusing on long exhales. ever so slowly begin to bring yourself back upright. And we'll begin to set up for our second pose. We're going to do butterfly, seated butterfly. Hips still on the block, soles of the feet together. You've got your chair in front of you with the towel. You can hold onto your feet or onto your ankles, and you're just going to come forward again until your forehead meets the chair. And once you're comfortable, we'll stay here for a few minutes. When you're ready, slowly begin to press yourself upright. Draw your knees together and give them a hug. And then we'll come off of our seated prop. And we're going to go ahead and lie on our back, coming back into half corpse pose. Just taking a moment to check in as we're between our restorative postures. Noticing the quality of the breath. Noticing the state of our energy. Noticing the sensations in the body. Good. We're going to transition to our next restorative posture. And this one's going to be a supported figure 4 using the chair. So you're going to want to scoot yourself closer to the seat. And then we're going to start with the left calf on the chair. The right ankle is going to cross over the knee. And again, you're in the supported figure 4. Your hands could be on your belly or down by your sides. And we're going to just breathe into the space, into the openness. Take a fuller breath of air in through the nose. And as you exhale, we'll begin to transition to the second side, bringing the right calf to the chair, bringing the left ankle over the knee. Setting up for stillness. Take another full breath of air in through the nose. And we'll transition to our next pose, slowly taking the left leg and resting it on the back or on the seat of the chair. You may choose to shift your body so that your hips are a little bit farther away and less of your lower leg is on the chair. And this is our next pose where we'll settle in and come to stillness. Maybe the hands rest on the body, or maybe they stay by your sides. Take another full breath in through the nose. And you can stay in this shape, or you can bring the legs back down onto the mat as we come into Shavasana. Wherever you find yourself, if they're not already, allow your eyes to close. Allow your body to melt into the support of the mat beneath you, surrendering and being held. We'll be here for a couple of minutes. If you're ready to come out of this shavasana, out of this yoga practice, you can begin to wiggle through your fingers and your toes. If you would prefer to stay longer, then I invite you to do so, ignoring the sound of my voice. Take a fuller, deeper breath of air in, filling the lungs. Exhale, sigh it out. Slowly draw yourself out of this long, open shape and roll over onto one side. Pausing there to blink your eyes open. And then when you feel ready, press yourself upright into a comfortable seat. Taking your time to settle in. Acknowledging gravity. And giving yourself a small smile. Thank you so very much for practicing with me on this new moon. I look forward to practicing with you in the future. If you enjoyed today's practice, please come back to it again and again, or share it with your friends and family. You're also welcome to leave me feedback or comments in below, sharing stars or kindness. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time. Namaste.